All right, and welcome to Fastbreak Breakfast NBA podcast. My name is Keith Parrish, and I'm joined for the last time in the year 2025 through the miracle of computer phone by Dave DeFore. Dave, I hope it was a good 2025 for you. How are you doing?
You know what? No, probably not. I think
No?
in the aggregate, no. I mean, we're
But
all
you
worse off.
personally?
But me personally, sure. But does it matter if the collective
It's a
is
great
worse?
question.
Not to get too dark on you, Keith, as we close the door. We're a quarter of the way through the century. Oof.
It's nice.
Is it?
I'm a quarter of a way through my lifespan. Incredible.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna be 194 is my plan.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Me and Richard Thiel, 194.
Brian
Is it Peter
Johnson?
Thiel? Who's the blood boy guy?
I think that's Brian Johnson. There's too many weird rich
guys.
Doing
LeBron James is still going to be playing in 25 years.
Right. Just working out. And these guys are carrying around banks of young adult men to steal blood from.
I try to live locally. You could think globally. I don't know. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but the unplug and live in your own tiny bubble. That's probably wrong, but it's the happiest way to be for me personally.
You have kids, so I think that there's a certain amount of that you kind of have to do. If I said, I'm just really focusing on my dog right now, probably it doesn't sound as great,
Yeah.
No, I mean 2025 was great for me, man. My life is amazing.
You gotta see the Knicks finally win a championship in Las Vegas. You were there in person.
Yeah.
Honestly, Dave,
I went to my first NBA finals. Which was awesome. I didn't know that it was going to feel different. It really did.
Yeah.
I got to go back to Georgia and see all my guys. That was
This
amazing.
is Georgia the country, not Georgia the state, for the listener.
Right. We had the Georgia Bowl.
You received an honor from the country of Georgia.
Yeah, it was awesome. And we had the Georgia Bowl last night, by the way. Mamu and Goga.
Showed down a surprise win for the Raptors. The fraud Raptors bounced back with a couple of nice wins in a row.
Yeah, it was a good year, man.
It was a great year. We were first on the Raptors being frauds. We were first. We called them out immediately. They were 9-1 over 10 games. I'm like, what a fraudulent basketball team. No, RJ Barrett returned and our Raptors are back fine. No, I moved in 2025. I moved 0.4 of a mile, but we got out of what we think was the disaster home, the flood prone home. And we've moved into a nicer house that if you stand in the front yard and walk to the street and pee, your urine just goes both directions, cascades down the road. Where it's a little crest of the road.
All right.
A nicer way to do it, you could dump like a bucket full of water and watch that it flows away. That was the point. People are like, wait, did you really do that before you bought? Yes, we did. All we cared about was water, man. All we cared about was water, with a eye on the tornado alley. Eye on the Tennessee home buying. You want to be cognizant of the flooding and the severe storms. The weather, the tornadoes. So we did take a slight sacrifice in the tornado safety. We just have to crawl into the middle of our house in this tiny little closet, but we think we're good with the water. Fingers crossed. 2025, no more floods. That's what we're taking away from the Parrish household. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about the NBA. A lot of stuff going on. The headline of Tuesday, December 30th, the pre-breakfast headline, Dave. Nikola Jokic hurt his knee on a Monday night and is expected to miss the month of January, going to be reevaluated, or they expect him to miss at least 4 weeks. Is it because he flew too close to the sun? with his Christmas Day performance, and the gods said no. We don't need 50 point, 15 rebound, 15 assist games, and the gods said no. We're going to strike you down. I feel like it's a mythological style story.
Oh, it's a style story.
Okay.
It's a style story, Keith. Refereeing style. How about Jaime Jaquez being able to stiff arm the defender into Jokic? I mean, this isn't like, it's not football. It's not a contact sport. Yeah, you've got bodies flying at knees in a way that just has never happened in any era in NBA history. And I know this, he stepped on his foot and Jokic moved awkwardly, but it doesn't happen if we don't have this incredible amount of physical contact initiated by offensive players. I don't know.
I've been angry about that all year. We grew up with a much more violent NBA.
Not like this.
So while the NBA has allowed the offensive players to push more, they used to let the defensive players just club guys and shove them. So
that pushback was actually created a safer environment, maybe, Keith, you know?
Maybe so. I don't know. I mean, obviously terrible for the league, terrible for the Nuggets. I have some regret that my immediate reaction was talking to our dynasty basketball players in our Patreon only dynasty league. Cause I'm playing the Jokic team, which is the best team in this. It's a 30 team dynasty league. This guy's team's incredible. Mitchell, he's got Jokic, he's got Jalen Johnson, but I have Valanciunas and I'm playing him this week and he's undefeated. And we were talking in there. Everyone was like, man, his team's a juggernaut. The only thing that'll take it down is injury. And I said, I've got Jokic's backup. Let's go. And then there's an injury. And then so I feel bad. A lot of regret.
Wow.
Over the initial reaction. Also, my takeaway, which I think is a discussion point that needs to be happening league wide and at the upper levels, the top levels of the league, is Jokic is having arguably the most statistically impressive season in the history of the sport, and is now ineligible to make an All-NBA team. Because
is he gonna?
It's gonna be tight.
Games.
I mean, like if he misses 4 weeks, I think it's like 16 games. He can only miss.
If they manage him coming back, which
he can only miss 17 total. So, like if Jokic misses a month, if he plays 62 games and averages the best stat line ever, to not be eligible for end of season awards, to not be eligible to make the All NBA team. It's a mistake by the league. It's not tricky.
I agree that having this hard rule is bad. I mean, you know, we talk a lot about interpreting rules and spirit of the game. I think this is a weird one for awards, but also if a guy misses 20 games of the season, there is a point where even, okay, yeah, you put up ridiculous numbers, but like you missed a quarter of the season. And I'm not saying that this would be the year because these numbers are insane, but you will have people argue against him anyway if he misses 17, 18, 19 games. We were doing that before rule existed.
I think it takes care of itself. People would say if it came down to Shea or Jokic, and if the Thunder didn't have a 20-game lead in the standings, if it came down to the two of them, be like, oh, well, Shea played 74 games, Jokic only played 60. It's easy. It takes care of itself.
Right.
I think.
I mean, it's a debate to have, not one to throw out the window.
It's a debate to have, but I think the 65-game rule, has it accomplished anything?
No.
I do think we've had some sham starts where guys played 20 minutes to get their number in, to get the game played in for contract reasons. It is harmed players like Jalen Williams for the Thunder, not eligible for a contract maybe he otherwise would be eligible for. It's harmed plenty of players, and then you could argue it's helped the teams and the owners not having to pay supermaxes to guys. I think this is one where Adam Silver needs to just take the law into his own hands. I mean, he's a commissioner. His job is to make the decisions that, like, this is like how the referees are expressly given permission to adjudicate anything not explicitly covered in the rule book. If it's not explicitly covered in the rule book, you're supposed to just make a determination at that time. And like, was the player participation policy, it was collectively bargained?
this is a part of the CBA. Right?
Yeah, and so
they can't just go and say, "Hey, this is."
I don't know why they can't. I mean, this is my lack of understanding of labor negotiations. But couldn't they just get the Players Association to be like, "Hey, if we just ignore this, who's mad?" Because I feel like this was a thing. The team governors. This was like their push on their side, and I think Adam Silver should say like, "Listen, this had once again we've done it. There are unintended consequences." And when we tell the story of the NBA, to not have Jokic, like who's going to be the 17th, like who's the last third team guy getting in? Is it like James Harden? You know, is it like James Harden on a 34 win Clippers team made all NBA over Jokic's 62 games played? Like, I think Adam Silver's got to be like, this is not in the best interests of the league. I'm in favor of disregarding the 65 game rule. And then you'd have people maybe that would argue and say, this isn't fair because you're doing it for Jokic. Just Jokic. If it was somebody else, you wouldn't do it. And at that point, Adam Silver should pound on the podium and say, God darn right, I'm doing it just for Jokic. He's Jokic. He's Jokic. Right. He's the best guy walking around. We're doing it because it tells the story of the game. Also, this is curious. So another story that came out, well, actually, this was a croissant question last week where we were asked if LeBron will make the All-Star game and should make the All-Star game. And we were like, yeah, he will and he should. Well, the first voting returns came back for the All-Star game, and LeBron is 9th in the West in votes. Now they now have guards and forward, front. It's all the same. It's no longer separated from backcourt and front court. But still, I never thought I'd see a day where LeBron was 9th in votes. Yeah. Is that because Luka is just siphoning off the Laker votes?
But also he missed the first, however long of the season.
Missed tons of games.
Yeah. And, I know it's LeBron, but it's 41-year-old LeBron. Happy birthday.
I know it's LeBron. But, all right, so he's not going to get voted in. I mean, there's not going to be a big change unless there's a huge groundswell of like, we got to get LeBron in. This is ridiculous. No, so
do we trust elections?
Dominion voting machine fraud, alleged. Don't sue me, Dominion. Very good in court, those guys. If LeBron isn't voted in, are the coaches? I mean, they're probably not putting him in. Maybe they would.
Or do we storm Secaucus?
No, at this point, Adam. So can you imagine not having Michael Jordan in an All-Star game?
Right. LeBron's making the All-Star game.
This also has to be Adam Silver just saying, yeah, LeBron's an All-Star. Yeah. It's not fair. Your goals aren't right. It's not fair. It's LeBron James. He's the best player. I mean, he's the best player of him and Michael Jordan.
Right.
So having an All-Star game, as much of a fraud of an All-Star game as it is, still,
I mean, it's going to be in the Clippers building too.
You got to have LeBron James at your to not have living legend. I don't know. We need our official to be an iron-fisted ruler.
Would Roger Goodell be a better
benefactor?
Would he be better in this moment?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Roger Goodell has not bathed himself in glory. This is the NFL commissioner for those who are more pure at heart than Dave or I and have lived without the NFL's influence on their lives. Speaking of the NFL, Dave, as my mind wanders, if I go to Peacock to watch an NFL game, is there a mandatory ad I have to watch before it shows me the NFL game? No, there is not. If I watch an NBA game, is there a mandatory ad for me to watch? Yes, there is. What is going on, Adam Silver? I mean, maybe this is not. Maybe I'm not at the best tier. I got a free 2 years of Peacock from my internet service provider. So like maybe I'm at the lowest tier, but at my lowest tier, if I want to watch an NFL game, it takes me right to the game. It doesn't force feed me a Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson Xfinity commercial to watch the game. If I'm going to bed, let's say I'm watching the late night game, the coast to coast start at whatever it is, 10:30 Eastern. If I'm watching it on my Roku And I'm like, you know what? I'm getting sleepy. I'm gonna watch the second half of Portland, whoever they beat in Portland, Dallas. I'm gonna watch this in bed. I have to watch another commercial to flip into my I can't even. I turned on a new device. It's like, hey, here's another Xfinity commercial. What do we do? Why does the NFL have not need this poverty force me watch an ad situation? Dave, I'm feeling peckish. What did you have for breakfast? Any holiday? Fruitcake.
Fruitcake.
I bet you make a mean fruitcake.
Real fruitcake.
I don't know.
Who eats fruitcake?
Not even sure what it is.
I'm from the South too, and I never ate fruitcake. It was always there. But is
it before White Elephant Christmas parties got real popular? Was this just a gag gift among adults? When you go to a party, they're like, hey, I made you a fruitcake. And then they just look at your face.
Have you ever seen a fruitcake missing a slice?
Yeah. No.
I have only ever seen them whole.
I think it's a gag gift.
No fruitcake. It must be. Although, what if it's good? Like, what if there's like a really good, I don't know, fruit spice cake? I mean, I like a blueberry muffin.
No, that's the thing. You got to come up with. I have had fruitcake in my life, and it is gross and also looks gross, and the texture is gross. And but I think maybe the zag would be you got to get some like some coastal elite, maybe in LA. You open up a boutique fruitcakes.
Yeah,
you have a fruitcake food truck. Like you haven't had fruitcake like this. Yeah, like
it have raisins in it.
Like $22. Like, have you had a fruitcake with lobster on it? Lobster and whatever. Yeah. We got.
I had yogurt. I ate yogurt, Keith. I mean, long story short, I ate yogurt.
I'll save breakfast. I've had Christmas cookies. I am a machine when it comes to eating treats. And I had family in town. I had family staying with me. Got together with all my siblings and their children and my parents, and we're hanging out for Christmas. And we're having kind of it's like a no big main feast. We had a really nice big meal on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, went to my parents' house. They've downsized. They're older. We had soups and sort of leftovers, but people are like, man, when are we eating? I'm like, what are you talking about? I've been pounding cookies. I've had a cookie every 20 minutes for the last 6 hours. And they were like, what? That's gross. I'm like, nope, I'm built different. It just feels good.
That's so an IV.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not hungry.
I got a bunch of people give you the Christmas cookie tin, which I love.
Sure. Yeah.
And so I'll eat I have eaten 2 cookies over Christmas.
There you go.
You'd be proud of that, Keith.
I'm proud.
I did have 2 sugar cookies.
It feels like a breakfast. I know it's not.
Sure.
Like my wife is talking to me like I'm an idiot. I'm like, what's the difference between I'm like, well, if you're going to eat a donut, why not just eat a cookie? Well, she's like, well, a donut has not normally sugar in the batter, sugar on top. It is sweet, but she's like, a cookie is just sugar all the way through. And to me, I'm like, same.
Well, once you chew it up, right? Like the sugar all winds up in the same place.
Yeah. I've been pounding. Yeah. I had a lot of cookies. A lot of chocolate chip cookies for breakfast.
Pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie, completely acceptable breakfast, Keith. Like if you told someone, hey, I had pumpkin pie for breakfast, they'd be like, wow,
piece of pie for breakfast.
That's a big win for you.
You can't beat it.
But if you said, oh yeah, I had chocolate cake.
Oh yeah, they frown at you.
They'd give you some looks.
If you had fruitcake, they would.
What if you had $22 fruitcake?
Yeah. Those were our breakfasts. After our breakfast, we moved to our breakfast in bed. Apologies. This is our chance to make right what we might have gotten wrong on a previous episode. Frequently, the first time we talk about the NBA, we've talked a little bit about the NBA already. I'd like to apologize to Brian Russell, the Utah Jazz, who got pushed off by Michael Jordan. I panicked in the moment last episode. This is the name I've always tripped up my entire life. I couldn't remember if it was Byron or Brian in the moment. And so what I did was I just kind of slurred the words together and just gave a Brian Russell. So hopefully no one could tell that I said it wrong. I froze, but it's Brian Russell of the Utah Jazz, who Michael Jordan sort of slightly pushed off on But nowadays, no one would care because it's not even
Yeah.
close to what they allow legally. So my apologies there. Before we move on, a couple of congratulations or a single congratulations to the Fast Break Breakfast Fantasy Football Champion, Chris Gigalis, who I think joined the Patreon specifically to play fantasy football. Well, joke's on us. He dominated us. He
It'd
beat.
be funny if he just canceled now.
He's probably canceling right now.
Like, I'm out.
He won comfortably in the championship game. Rode Christian McCaffrey all the way to the championship. He beat Bryce. He most importantly ended our friend Sean Keen's reign of terror. Sean had won the last 2 fantasy football leagues, and these are big leagues. I mean, This year was 14 teams. The previous 2 years was 16 teams. Sean had gone back to back.
I was one of those teams.
You were a terrible fantasy. You're not good at Dave. You're not good at fantasy sports.
I don't think about it. I just watch sports.
I mean, you can make up your excuse, but you're bad at it.
I know. I was bad at it.
So congratulations to Chris.
One lineup change.
Yeah. I got 3rd place.
Ooh.
I beat Jeff K in the consolation game. Thank you, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry carrying me. Big appreciation to all you guys and everyone over at patreon.com/Fastbreak Breakfast who supports the show. Let's take a quick break and we'll come back and talk a little bit more about the recent NBA events. All right, with Jokic out, I was thinking about this just league wide, how I think there are 6 great teams. I think it's 6. Where
great or good?
So let's get a little semantic. I think the following teams are arguably great.
Okay.
This is my inner sanctum. Of course, the inner sanctum is just the singular is just the Thunder. Although, conversation to be had. They've not had a good run since the Cup. They have run into the San Antonio Spurs, who absolutely are dominating them. I mean, maybe specific matchup thing, but the Thunder, let's say a little bit on the ropes, but still, we'll grant them elite status. But I think these teams are elite, great, whatever word you want to use. Mm-hmm. For me, it is the Thunder, the Nuggets, and the Spurs, and maybe the Rockets. And then I think I'm fine with having the Pistons and Knicks in there. I don't love the Pistons losing back-to-back games on this West Coast trip. By the way, Kawhi Leonard, what in the world? That Kawhi Leonard game on Sunday against the Pistons was one of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen.
He's having a crazy season.
I don't know how to quantify. It's one of those games where I was like, this is one of the best games I feel like I've ever seen. And that feels like a prisoner of the moment type thing.
Yeah.
He ended up joining Anthony Davis as the only 2 players since steals and blocks were recorded to have a game with at least 50 points, 5 steals, and 3 blocks. At the end of the 3rd quarter, Kawhi had 50 points, 5 steals, and 3 blocks. And I was like, he's just unstoppable. But delightful game. So maybe throw that one out for.
He's missed 3 free throws all season.
Yeah, it's like 98% from the foul line.
Yeah, it's insane.
Kawhi has been awesome, and some of the Clippers are not awesome. But I think if the Rockets are included, I have Rockets, Nuggets, Spurs, Knicks, Pistons, Thunder is like the really good teams. Mm-hmm. And then outside of that, I think the Lakers and the Timberwolves just kind of exist there. I don't know if there's another team I would include. I feel like the Magic have shown me some things. I think the Suns are actually really good.
They're not bad. Jordan Ott is doing a really good job there, and Cleveland is falling apart without him, and it's starting to make me think.
But like, I think there's only 6 great teams. There's just a couple of other kind of good teams. And of course, I don't know where you put the Cavaliers. But does that mean there's 21 bad teams?
I think there's like 10 bad teams, maybe 12.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. I think there's 5 or 6 good teams. Depends on how I feel about the Wolves
Yeah.
and the Lakers on any given day. I felt way better about the Lakers a few weeks ago than I do today.
Yeah. I
But
mean, Austin Reeves is going to
I
be
don't know.
down for a little bit, but like I mean, I think it might be a feature of them that they're going to outperform their point differential. Maybe with
Right.
LeBron and with Luka and with Austin Reeves, they're built to win when they need to win. So maybe it's not fraudulent that they always outperform that point differential. But I do not think they're on the tier. I mean, the Pistons is hard. I'd have to look closer at their schedule and see if they've beefed up on some easier East teams.
Well, they play in the East, right?
They do play in the East, but it helps them.
Yeah. How do you feel about Boston?
So Boston, this is what we thought might happen. Is just they might have mathed their way to being able to win. So
they have enough talent too.
They have just guys. And like the Hugo Gonzalez guy just keeps stealing minutes. And like every now and then Jordan Walsh plays a bunch of minutes and he's good, but mainly, I mean, Peyton Pritchard and Jaylen Brown are good. And like, they just have enough guys. And so they keep coming at you. Derek White is, I mean, I've been a huge fan of him for forever. I mean, I have them more, maybe one notch below. I have them kind of with the Suns and wherever the Magic exist. I mean, I don't think, I mean, the other teams who have a winning record, I don't consider, I mean, the Warriors, the Sixers, Heat, Toronto, they're a notch below. They're like a whatever. Kind of mystery. I don't really buy into anything they're doing necessarily. Yeah. What do you think of the Celtics?
I mean, if Jason Tatum comes back,
watch out.
And he's good, right? It's wide open. The East, I just am so down on every team in the East. Even the Knicks, I think when you get to the playoffs, obviously the defensive issues with Brunson and Cat are still something that they have to solve, right? I just feel like the East is winnable. And Boston could, I mean, is there a world where Boston makes the Eastern Conference Finals, even if Tatum doesn't come back? Doesn't it feel like that's doable?
No, I'd be really surprised. I didn't see the Pacers making the finals last year, so.
Okay, yeah, but so who's going to be the team to beat them? Like, do you trust the Pistons to just beat them? I think the Pistons are good.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's, like you said, Boston has got the style of play. They defend. They've got Jaylen Brown is having a crazy season. I don't know. I think it's close enough that they have a puncher's shot at the conference finals, as is. They could theoretically duck the tax and maybe get a big. I don't know. I'm intrigued by it. It's a funny thing because what I'm looking for is who's going to be the best out of this mediocre group in the East is what it is. Like who's going to pop out?
I believe in the Cavaliers. I still think the Cavaliers need to hold the line and just stick with what they have. Just keep going.
Interesting.
Because I
love Darius Garland.
I think he's very good. And if he can regain the form he showed last year, he's been an every other year player now for several years. But like the Cavs, man, they got so many guys. Like Jalen Tyson is good.
Yeah.
And
he's play more.
When they get fully healthy, I think the East, it's 4 teams, unless the Hawks maybe make this Anthony Davis trade. Maybe that'll do something for him.
Yeah.
But like, I still think, I mean, Knicks, Pistons, and then I would have Magic and Cavaliers. Those 4 teams. I kind of believe in them, even if the Magic are weird. I mean,
I think you trust Orlando more than
Anthony Black's been dragging them along the past couple. I mean, an unbelievable breakout from Anthony Black. The Hawks apparently are going to try to trade for Anthony Davis.
They need to do something.
This is intriguing. Well, they've lost how many in a row with Trae Young? Trae Young returned.
They've lost 7 straight, but he's missed 2 of those.
Yeah, I think they're 0-5 since Trae Young returned to the lineup, and they are giving up just oodles of points in these games. I felt really, I was like sick in my stomach. They lost the Knicks game. It seemed like they were going to like snap their bad mojo, but no, lost a heartbreaker to the Knicks. I am confused exactly where Trae Young is going. What are do we have reports or the rumors? Are the
No.
Mavs interested in Trae Young? Because I don't hate it.
Trae, Ja, and LaMelo.
This is the names we keep going through.
Where do they have a home? Like, where is the market for those guys? And with Trae, you're going to have to, like, you get to, I guess, try him out for a little bit before you have to give him an extension.
Yeah.
So there's that. You could wind up in a scenario where you're looking to trade him next year. I don't know.
I mean,
I do think it's odd that Dallas isn't interested in Trae Young when he actually is a pretty good fit there.
Yeah.
And Kyrie's going to be, 34, 35 coming off an ACL.
I mean, it seems like, they've pieced together some guard play, but it does seem like Trae and Cooper. I mean, if it's a 1-for-1 swap, okay. Like AD and Trae, I think the idea would be the Mavs would want to get obviously something for. I think Risa Shea has been talked about a lot. I think it's been funny where the reports are the Hawks are willing to move Risa Shea. And okay, like yeah. I mean, like he's okay. Obviously a number 1 pick, but still, it's not like they're willing to include Reese. Like,
I'm willing to trade in my
This
Dodge
is not
Charger.
In a Min Thompson. We're willing to trade him in. Like that would be news. The willing to trade Reese Shea is like, well, yeah. The willing to trade Jalen Johnson's like, no, he's way. What are you talking about? He's way better than Anthony Davis. I'm intrigued what the Hawks. I mean, if you're the Mavericks, what are you hoping for? If you're not getting that Pelicans pick, I mean, you're getting Risa Shea and then one other thing. I guess it's better than nothing.
Is it? I mean, I guess it is. Here's the other thing is that you are getting out of giving Anthony Davis a contract extension if you're Dallas.
Well, that just becomes we've talked about this before. That just becomes which team is going to hold the line and not sink themselves with a massive contract extension to either Trae Young or to Anthony Davis or maybe next year to a Ja Morant when it becomes like there's still a couple years on Ja Morant's deal. The pressure won't heat up until I think next year as far as like, no, we're not going to pay you a max because you're not that good, you know, or something. So I don't know. I also the Kuminga situation where the Warriors have stopped playing him.
I mean, you just don't want him to get hurt.
Right. What did Steve Kerr say? He's like, he's a big minutes player. So it's hard to ask him just to play a few minutes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, listen, I appreciate that coaches are getting more and more creative with the ways that they're saying they're benching guys.
Speaking of the East Fringe teams, how about your Jordy Fernandez and the Nets?
What about that defense, man?
That defense locking people down. Michael Porter Jr. building up that trade value again.
I was about to say, where's your favorite like landing spot for him?
I mean, are the Nets going to do something? They're 7-4 in their last 11, sliding down the lottery standings. I mean, I will say, as you know, obviously an anti-tank person, I've gotten a lot of joy out of the team. Like I like that. Obviously, the Nets are winning some games. I've liked that the Wizards have put together a few wins. I wish they weren't all against the Grizzlies, but they put together some wins.
Yeah,
but
Utah's
also like
been playing well.
Literally, the Portland Dallas game on Peacock paywalled. Those are just two mediocre to bad teams who are just trying to play basketball. They're trying to entertain the fans And I appreciate that. Maybe they're not going anywhere. The Bulls aren't going anywhere, but all those teams, they're showing up and they're playing their best players. They're not keeping guys out for no reason. So I do appreciate that. I mean, and even like,
how about the Pelicans?
Dude, Derek Queen is awesome.
Yeah. Been playing good basketball.
I mean, the Pelicans record, everyone said before the season started, the roster didn't make a lick of sense, and giving up that pick for Derek Queen was irresponsible. But I don't think anyone thought they would be like 3-20 at or whatever they were. It wasn't a 15% winning percentage team. Like, that was bizarre.
10 games into the season, Keith, we were getting reports. The team has quit on Willie Green.
Yeah,
he's lost his voice in the locker room. I mean, I start to wonder, because they're playing differently with James Borrego, man.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this bad start is just they started the season out with Willie Green instead of Borrego. Like, they didn't get a training camp with Borrego. They look less organized to start the year than they do now. It's been a big upgrade for him.
When did he come over? Did he come over with Willie Green when Willie Green started?
I don't know. I think he came over last season as an assistant.
23. Yeah, he came over. He's one of those. There's these assistant coaches out there where you sniff out where the head coach is on shaky ground. And you're like, that's where I want to go.
Get in there.
JB
Bickerstaff was good at it.
He was.
Look at how it's worked out for
I'll
him.
say Tiago Splitter's like, I heard there's I heard Chauncey's running a poker game. I might need to get hired. See what's going on there. Oh, speaking of taking, Dave, we got some of the lottery reform measures that were mentioned. Oh man. The lock the standings on March 1st it's a half measure. I'd call it better than nothing. At the very least, no longer rewarding losing at any point is good, but you still reward the losing. So I'll take it as a half measure. I'll take it. No team can pick in the top 4 in consecutive seasons. On the surface, that sounds fine, but I mean, the idea would be like you try to prevent long-term tanking. The problem is to me, the obvious problem is if you're a bad team, if you're a team that might consider tanking before the season, and you look and see the teams that all picked in the top 4 the previous year are also going to stink, you could say, oh, we're like guaranteed a top 4. You know, there's only this. If none of those 4, if the Jazz, Nets, Wizards, and Hornets can't pick in the top 4 again, baby, we're golden.
It's our turn.
You know, it's our turn. So then you just lose out. And so I don't see how that really prevents tanking. The draft pick protections, I'm more agnostic on. I don't. Okay. Like,
I don't care if teams are protected from their own mistakes.
Well, the idea that this would stop the Mavericks from ducking the play-in because they had a top whatever it was protected pick, will it? Because if it's just a lottery protected pick, they would still duck the play-in. It's it would be the exact same. So I don't.
What about unweighted lottery?
That's hard on, I think, the fan base, but I think an unweighted lottery, you would also need to include the play-in teams.
I agree with that.
Because same situation.
But would you have a team tank out of 6? I don't think so.
That would be would be the question.
But being guaranteed home playoff games, like, I don't know if you're going to get a front office that signs off on that. Because what if you tanked down to 7 and you lost?
Yeah.
Oof.
But I mean, I would honestly say
we're closer and closer to the right thing, Keith, which is throw every team in the lottery every single year and let it go. Let it be random. Leave it to choice. Dylan
Brooks bought a ticket to watch the Grizzlies play in Washington. What are my emotions supposed to be? You're squinting. Did he not buy a ticket? I think he bought a ticket.
He respects the CBA.
In what sense?
Well, I mean, because he can't get like
he can't have free
gifts, right? Yeah. That would be salary cap circumvention
on his off day.
Yeah,
he went to the Grizzlies Wizards game. I mean, maybe just to watch the Grizzlies lose. The Suns haven't played Eastern Conference teams. The Suns just played like 16 straight games against good West teams. And they kept their head above water. I think the Suns might end up with home court advantage in the West.
Really?
I'm not going to give you even odds at it. I think the Suns are going to be top 6. And I think they have a chance of being top 4. I mean, they have played...
You feel like they're about to bank some wins.
Yes. They've played 29 of their 32 games against the West.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they're I think they're going to rack up some victories. I think they're legitimate. Colin Gillespie is good, flat out. Dylan Brooks is a culture setter. How many times does he need to win 50 games in a regular season for people to believe in it? Mark Williams has been good. He's been what they needed. Devin Booker's playing great again.
Definitely.
They haven't even gotten Jalen Green to play. Grayson Allen's been banged up recently. Ryan Dunn's a good player. Oso Iguodala's a fine player.
Better net rating than the Raptors and the Magic and the Lakers.
I think the Suns are like, I mean, maybe it's just a hot stretch. I mean, we have teams
or maybe they're
play well for 30 games. I'm not saying it's likely. I'm just putting everyone out there on alert. Don't be stunned. Okay. I do think they're a top 6 team, and I'm not going to be stunned if they end up catching like the Rockets or I mean the Nuggets. The next month in the Nuggets could be ugly.
It could be.
It could be real ugly.
They also might get a little healthier here in the next few weeks.
Yep.
Which can help. We'll see. But, I mean, it could get ugly for them.
I mean, they brought in Valanciunas to try to salvage the non-Jokic minutes. And it's debatable, I think, how that's gone. The numbers are not good. But that's just whenever you take Jokic off, it's not going to be as good. It's going to be a chance for Jamal Murray to really earn that first career All-Star start. But then, like you said, if Christian Brown can return sometime soon, they've been getting solid play. I mean, Tim Hardaway.
They found guys, man.
Tim Hardaway, but he's also him and Bruce Brown. They've been good, but also they've been good because when you plug in competent NBA players alongside Jokic, they look super. And so can they be good without Jokic? What's the Aaron Gordon timeline? That's one I haven't looked at in a while. Idea. I can't remember what his situation is.
And now Cam Johnson and Jokic are basically on the same timeline. So
okay. All right. Let's take a listener submitted question, Dave. This is the croissant question.
To finish that croissant. Knock yourself out.
John Lose wants to know. Who do you want long-term? Stephen Castle or Amin Thompson? Stephen Castle or Amin Thompson long-term? You're a Stephen Castle here.
Stephen Castle. Yep.
He's awesome.
He's an all NBA defense level defender right now.
So is Amin Thompson?
Stephen Castle is a better shooter.
Yeah.
Gets 2 feet in the paint, but you have to be worried about him shooting the ball along the way. An elite mid-range shooter. I just think he's a more complete scorer. He scores at all 3 levels. Yeah, I take Stephen Castle. I wouldn't have before the season.
Right,
but what he's done here, I mean, this is a leap.
Man, we have a bunch of, I was doing Real GM Radio earlier this morning, just talking about the guys who improve, which is not shocking. Players improve.
No.
Yeah. But every now and then I get locked into like snap judgment mode where I'm like, I don't know. Keyshawn George wasn't good his rookie year, or Alex Sarr wasn't good his rookie year, or Zach Edey kind of didn't impress me that much as rookie. And then all of a sudden, year 2, you're like, oh my goodness. And like Stephen Castle, you're like, this guy's amazing. And it's like, well, yeah, he was a really high draft pick. They thought he was really, really good.
He was rookie of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but Stephen Castle was awesome. I guess I'll take Amin Thompson. I still believe maybe in the Scottie Pippen upside, the playmaker, ball in his hands person. It's like, I know somebody in the Slack was really upset that the Rockets, I think it was the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers lost to the Rockets and they weren't double teaming Kevin Durant. They're like, how dumb if you be not, how are you not double teaming when Steven Adams and Amin Thompson are on the court? And I'm kind of thinking, well, if you double team off of Amin Thompson, good chance he's going to dunk the basketball. Because if he catches it within 16 feet of the basket, he's dunking it off of like one step. Also, if you're double teaming off of Steven Adams or Amin Thompson, they're going to dunk in the miss. Like they're going to get the offensive rebound. So it's like, it's kind of hard actually. To know what's right. Yeah, I would lean Amin Thompson, but Stephen Castle has really, where I came into the year unbelievably excited about what Amin Thompson could be. Now I'm the same with Stephen Castle, where I was not before the season started. Magnus, the question master, wants to know, or he wants us to rank something. Rank these players from the most to least ethical scorers. We've got a lot of names here. This is 7 names. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You might need a notepad. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Brunson, Denny Avdia, who I think is leading the league, and he's really high up there in free throws. A lot of that's games played. Austin Reeves, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, and Luka Doncic.
Oh man, that's tough.
It's tough. Does anyone jump out to you as the least ethical?
Maxey is the most ethical of the group.
He does, I believe, lead the NBA in field goal attempts per game, which maybe points to fewer grifting for the fouls.
Yeah. He's the most ethical of that group. I mean, he's a high volume shooter, and I mean, he attacks the basket. But yeah. So Maxey, most ethical.
Okay.
Man, I almost want to start like from the bottom.
Who's your least?
God, Austin Reeves, maybe, because it looks like he's playing in butter sometimes. It's like, does he cover himself at the bottom of his shoes in olive oil? The way he slips and slides all over the ground.
So this might be controversial. All of these guys can be ethical if they want to. And I feel like some of them in games where they're comfortably winning, they don't get their hands dirty with the unethical playing. But Jalen Brunson is the most unethical to me when he turns it on. But he doesn't always turn it on.
Oh man.
His combination of, the game's close, I'm now going to offensively grift, and also like fall down all the time on defense for the post. Like the post pass, I'm going to slide in and try to take a charge. He's always doing that. It drives me batty. By the way, we should mention the Kobe White game-winning flop. It was an egregious moment for the referees, and I felt bad. It was 3 experienced referees. This is an inbounds play. This is another tough loss for the Hawks. They should have beaten the Bulls.
Yeah.
I can't remember I don't remember if it's a tie game or a 1-point game with the Hawks leading. But on the inbounds play, Kobe White runs into Reese Shea, grabs him, and throws himself on the ground. Like Kobe White to a veteran ball watcher sitting on my couch at home, it was clearly a flop. And the 2 experienced referees are I don't know whose primary it was, but like both of them were like, no, I'm pretty sure. But the new referee was like, collision, fall down, whistle. Game deciding flop. Last 2-minute report says Kobe White like launched himself on the ground.
This person a zoomer?
Maybe. Anyways,
okay, all right.
So Maxey's your most ethical. I'm fine with that. I honestly think, and this is funny because this is the granddaddy of unethical scoring. I think the game has passed James Harden by, where I have him next to Maxey is the most ethical.
Maybe.
When he started the whole thing. Like
Right.
he was the most unethical, but now he's like all his tricks have been, everyone else does them. The rip through is no longer a 3-shot foul. Yeah. So he somehow has become, and it's probably age. He doesn't want to fall down as much anymore.
Right.
So the age has made him much more ethical.
But now when he turns it on,
when you do what you got to do.
All timers. All right. I'll go Harden too. And this one might shock, but I'm going to say Shea. Third most ethical.
I think Shea might be third most ethical. We just get mad at him.
He gets fouled a lot.
We just get mad at him because they're so good.
That's it.
Yeah.
But I would say Shea third most. The free throw merchant moniker for him is not. I just don't think it necessarily fits. I mean, the guy he's hard to guard. Man. This is tough because Brunson, Denny, Reeves, and Luka are all really bad.
I do not enjoy watching Luka Doncic play basketball, and I felt that way for a long time. And I think it's purely about the ethics of his scoring madness. I might make Luka the least ethical. I might move Brunson away. Well,
it's because he doesn't play off the ball.
For me, yeah, I'm putting Luka near the bottom. You said Reeves. I could go Denny and then Reeves.
Yeah, I think I go. So it's Maxey, Harden, Shea.
This is Brunson. Most to least. Yeah,
that's right. Right. So Maxey, Harden, Shea, Brunson, Denny, Reeves, Luka. I think would be my official.
Yeah. I think it's fine. No reason to nitpick. I might flip around Brunson and Denny and who cares? But I'm fine with that. And again, we're talking about shades of unethical score. These are all unethical scores at times.
Oh yeah.
But I think I Maxey of the unethical scores, perhaps the most ethical, and then old man James Harden. Yeah, I think we did a good job.
I don't think about Maxey as a flop guy.
Yeah.
And I watch a lot of basketball. I don't think about him as a flop guy.
There you go. All right.
Everyone else on that list, though? Yeah.
Thank you for the questions. If you want your questions answered on air or as part of a monthly bonus episode, you got to be a Patreon supporter. Patreon.com/Fastbreak Breakfast. If you want to play fantasy football or basketball or whatever else with us, you got to be a Patreon supporter. If you want to join the Slack channel, Patreon.com/Fastbreak Breakfast. All right, Dave, it's now time for the awards segment of the program. The International Stackhouse of Pancakes Award, given each week to the worst performance in a box score. By the way, before we get into it, I'd just like to acknowledge Kevin Porter Jr. Last week, he won the International Stackhouse of Pancakes Award for having a really disgusting 2 for 13, 6 turnover game in a 45-point loss to the Nets. Little did we know the Nets were going to be a lockdown juggernaut defensive squad at that point. Right. But also he caught my eye because this week he's not going to win the Ice Shop Award, but he had a 4 for 17, 7 turnover game. Wow. So then I go to his game log. He's played 14 games this season. In 5 of those games, he has 6 or more turnovers. That's spectacular.
That's amazing.
He's only trailing Cade Cunningham and Denny Avdia for the most 6 turnover games this season. They each have 6. He has 5 in only 14 games. So Kevin Porter Jr., I mean, keep doing what you're doing, buddy, I guess. This week's honorable mentions: Karis LeVert, 0 for 8. Tyrese Maxey, a very ethical 3 for 14. Also Nikola Jokic, 3 for 14. CJ McCollum had a 5 for 17. Devin Booker, 6 for 18. James Harden, 7 for 23. Our 3 nominees that we're selecting between, in chronological order over the last week: Ryan Nembhard in a loss to the Blazers. Wait, was this last night? No, I'm sorry. Ryan Nembhard in a loss to the Pelicans. That's more correct. He was 2 for 13, 4 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 5 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. VJ Edgecombe in a loss to the Thunder, 3 for 16. 10 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. And then Cooper Flagg, another rookie. This was last night, I believe, in the loss to the Trailblazers. 6 for 20, 15 points, 8 assists, 6 boards, 3 steals, 1 blocks, 5 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. So we have Ryan Nimhard, 2 for 13, 4 points, 5 turnovers. VJ Edgecombe, 3 for 16, 10 points, 5 assists. Cooper Flagg, 6 for 20, 15 points, 8 assists, 5 turnovers.
Edgecombe
is really gross. It is definitely the worst shooting performance overall. I'm almost swayed by the Nimhard 5 turnovers, the 2 for 13, but yeah, I think Edgecombe's good. Edgecombe, 3 for 16. Congratulations. You are this week's International Stackhouse of Pancakes Award winner.
VJ 316, says
it works.
Make your shots, man.
VJ probably going to make all rookie first team in one of the most competitive all rookie first team races we've had. As someone who covers the Grizzlies, I would like to say over the last week or two, Cedric Coward has far outplayed Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper having a little very up and down recently. I know the Spurs have been good. Mm-hmm. Spurs making some headlines with their domination of the Thunder. But yeah, Flagg has overtaken whatever ground Con Knibble had gained, but Con Knibble is amazing. Flagg and Knibble are unreal. And then everybody else, your Edgecombes, your Dylan Harpers, your Derek Queens, Jeremiah Fears. Who else am I missing? There's a lot of great rookies playing right now. Last thing, Dave, is this a true story? Is Kenny Lofton Jr. gonna play in college basketball?
No, he's not gonna play. Okay.
He's going back to Louisiana Tech, but he's not gonna play.
He's going back to college.
Just going back to college.
Yeah. Okay. I do think there's
confusion. There's confusion
because there's an NBA two-way guy going back to college, and it does seem like there are just no rules anymore, Keith.
Yeah.
So I had to read the article because you see the headline, hey, Kenny Lofton Jr. is going back to college.
Yeah.
And I immediately thought, oh, there really are no rules.
Right.
I mean, what's his career high?
He had 42. He had 42 in an NBA game.
NCAA tournament. Look, it begs the question, Keith. LeBron James never played in the NCAA. He never played college basketball. Does he have eligibility?
There's still a 5. Isn't there still a 5-year?
I don't know.
From your high school graduation, was the rules to necessary roughness to Scott Bakula film? Was that inaccurate?
I think that was the old NCAA clearinghouse rules, and now it doesn't matter. So, what's to stop LeBron James from getting $100 million in NIL money to go to USC or Duke or one of these other schools for the rest of the season, go win the national championship, show back up for the Lakers? I mean, I obviously he's got an NBA contract and can't do it, but it does feel like there's no rules. But Kenny Lofton, I think, is just going back to college. Which is a smart move. Because,
I don't know if it's a problem in all sports, but I've mentioned this before. There was one day just on ESPN, the Ocho, I was watching a college lacrosse game, and they were like, "This is the best player in this conference. He's a 29-year-old former Marine." I was like, there's a 29-year-old playing college lacrosse?
Right.
That's a grown man. Of course he's the best player out there.
There's a football guy who's trying to get his 6th or 7th season.
Yeah.
And listen, there's a point where you're taking advantage of the COVID stuff to extend your career that is just going to be over. Man, hang it up. It's getting sad. College sports to me is obviously, it's always been a big business. It's on its surface pathetic at this point.
Why don't college sports have you could have your own professional team? It's not your college team.
Well, they're turning themselves.
I'm saying Florida State could have their undergrad under 23-year-old team where you have to be fully enrolled, but then you could have also the Florida State club team, which is just paid guys.
Just be pros. Be Real Madrid. Be Barcelona. Be pro clubs. Just make a professional league. Get 30 teams. People will watch it. It's get your best 30 teams. Compete with the NFL.
Two-time Fast Break Breakfast fantasy football champion Sean Keane suggested that Malik Beasley should go back to Florida State. Let's try to get.
I mean, I like that.
I mean, why not?
Why not? Kevin Garnett.
Dude,
he got some eligibility.
Is Kevin Garnett going to enroll at Duke finally? Where was he going? Who was recruiting him?
It's all the lack of rules is just going to kill the sport in college, right? Like,
the people running the NCAA, they're playing chess because they're demonstrating they're not a monopoly. They're going to win their antitrust legislation because, like, well, we're not a monopoly. Look, we're paying, we're stealing players from the NBA.
Right.
They can go play in the NBA. They don't want to play here. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Dave, happy holidays. Happy New Year. If you want more from us, come over to patreon.com/fastbreak breakfast. All right. You guys are the best. Thanks for listening. And remember, breakfast is the most important thing.
Yeah, never apologize for being G&G. Fastbreak break, man. You understand?
I will remember.